Good morning and happy hump day. I hope your Wednesday is off to a fantastic start. Welcome to the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. Smack dab in the middle of another work week. Our first work week of fall. Coming up on the show today, Jimmy is back, and he came back in a big way. If you missed it last night, we've got the highlights and the full monologue in hour 2 of the show today. Because it is a scorcher. He really let her rip. And there were some tears, too. He did a really good job. Want to get your thoughts on it this morning. Also, getting reaction from Roseanne. Roseanne, remember when she was kind of wacky and did a bunch of bad stuff and ABC took her off her own show with her name on it? How did she respond to this comeback for Jimmy? And on this side of the border, it is not outrage over Jimmy Kimmel, although there is, still a lot of people upset about that whole thing. But they're upset about the ostriches in BC. And I have to admit, this is one that kind of slipped past the goalie on me. I am not an animal lover. I had no idea this was going on. I really was scrolling past it when I kept seeing ostriches pop up in my feed, and now it's just gotten too big to ignore. So we are going to go through this a little bit together. Maybe it's something you've been following and you can help me out with it a little bit because we're going to talk about the BC ostriches. And apparently it has to do with the flu, and they're too cute and they're adorable. And oh my gosh, the cops are involved, and the big bad government, of course. I don't know much about it, to be quite honest with you, but we'll do some discovery together on the ostriches. And today's show is brought to you by Heaven. This show is not coming to you from the beach bunker. We are in heaven right now, and you know how I know it's heaven? Look at this. I have a bag of bacon-wrapped pretzels a Sunseeker brought me last night. And are you still on Earth? I guess you missed the rapture yesterday. I'm in heaven. I'm in heaven enjoying bacon-wrapped pretzels this morning. Oh, I know I jumped ahead with good thing, but you're still, that's too bad. Oh, good morning, Jesus. Yeah, good morning. Yeah, no, maybe we'll get the Messiah on the show a little bit later this morning. I don't know. You guys missed the bus. I guess you weren't a good person. Guess you weren't allowed to come along for the ride. Okay, joking aside, the rapture, as it was predicted by that South African priest or preacher or whatever, that was a 2-day event. Yesterday was day 1, today is day 2. So we don't know what's going to happen today. Gen Z has hacked home ownership. They've finally figured it out. They've invented something on TikTok called co-buying. Seems pretty self-explanatory, but we'll talk about that. It's good news for Gen Z because a lot of them are figuring out that you're going to need help to get into a house. And Costco is making headlines this morning with their advent calendar. This thing is like 5 feet tall. It's got regular size candy bars in it. And yes, we are talking about Christmas already. I mean, your advent calendar you need set up in your kitchen. You need 5 feet of room for December the 1st. You got to get all that stuff lined up and ready to go. Okay, let's get outside where things are still beautiful. A little on the chilly side this morning. We're into single digits as opposed to earlier this week when we were in double digits, waking up to 5. It feels like 3. It's a little frosty, but still no frost. And in fact, Environment Canada is predicting frost will likely not occur until first or possibly second week of October. So it looks as if we'll get through September without much in the frost department, which is kind of nice. And the sunshine is kind of nice, too, for our friends who are out harvesting. A little bit of fuzziness on the cameras this morning, which tells us we've got a little bit of fog. But, again, that's because of the warm temperatures that we've been blessed with after all that sogginess. And look at that. I mean, you can go into next week, basically the end of the month. We have got nothing but sunshine, just awesome weather. 27 today, little bit cooler for tomorrow, and 20, and then warming up for the weekend. Absolutely incredible weekend compared to what we had last weekend. So if you've got something planned outside this weekend, congratulations. It's going to be pretty fantastic. Pretty super fantastic with this beautiful sunshine and temperatures 10, 12, 15 degrees above normal for this time of year. All right, welcome aboard. Again, we are live streaming on X, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch for the first hour of the show, and then we move exclusively over to Twitch for hour 2 of the show. If you'd care to join us for some coffee and conversation, we'd love to have you. All you have to do is join us through the website, tylerglenshow.com, or come on over to Twitch, twitch.tv/TylerGlenShow. In the meantime, sit back, buckle up, grab a coffee. Let's have some fun, get things rolling. We do good thing to start the show. We are seeing some bacon again this morning. Also steak. I guess last night was steak night at Albert's. I have had my the mailbags filled with steak. Steak Tuesday at Albert's. Can't wait to take a look at that. Smell the steak cooking. Good morning to our Sunseekers Road Reverend Pebbles and Sumba Bernice. First 3 in this morning on Twitch. Polar Bear's here too, along with Quinton. All on Twitch to get things rolling. Over on Twitch to get things rolling. Janine is here on Facebook. Happy Hump Day, Janine. Jody is over on Facebook this morning. Hi, Jody. Richard's got his ghost emoji and his pumpkin emoji, and he's excited about Halloween. He's over on Facebook. Patsy Ann is here this morning on Twitch. Good morning, Patsy Ann. I hope you had a nice Tuesday and getting ready to head on over the hump. Cindy is here on Twitch this morning, and so is Tracy Roger. Nice to see you. Happy Hump Day, Nick Adams. Nick is over on Twitch. He says, you always found it odd that the original Roseanne series ended with Dan being dead. Now Dan's alive and Roseanne is gone. All Hollywood is amazing. And Dan lost a ton of weight, eh? John Goodman is just half the man he used to be. Unbelievable. He has really lost a lot of weight. And Roseanne's firing was, if you remember, just to refresh your memory, it was over a tweet. She apparently was hopped up on some pain meds or something like that, or who knows what she was hopped. She was not of right mind. And she was calling out one of President Obama's cabinet ministers or appointees and called her some very nasty names. It was ugly. It was ugly. And then she immediately the next day said, oh, my God, yeah, that's ugly. I deleted it. I'm sorry. I'm hopped up on these pain meds. Didn't matter. ABC executives toasted her, and she lost her spot on her own show called Roseanne. Yeah. And that's when they renamed it The Connors. And so there are, people have short memories. And we're living in a time where people want to just get online and fight. So we get in there and we start keyboard warrioring with each other. And we forget that guys like Don Cherry still don't have their job back. Don Cherry, he's probably too old to come back now, but Don Cherry. And at least given the opportunity to explain themselves, as we're going to see coming up on the show, Jimmy Kimmel, for the record, some media outlets are saying he apologized. He did not say he was sorry. I had read before the show started, I was watching a live blogger because they taped the show at 6:30 local time. It's actually done at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, California time, so that they can edit it and put, even though it's called Jimmy Kimmel Live, it's pre-taped, and then they edit it all up and put it together. And I was following some folks who were at the show, and they were saying that, the cast has been left in the dark. Like, all the writers had no idea what was going on. Jimmy didn't really talk to anybody before the show yesterday, and so the writers were actually feeling a little bit upset about the whole thing, that they didn't feel like they were in the loop, and yeah, they felt a little disjointed. They had come out to a couple of media outlets saying that if Jimmy comes out and first thing he does is apologize, we're all going to walk out on the show. I thought, oh God, this is going to be a disaster. And he didn't apologize, but he provided an explanation. And sometimes, that's, you'll see it for yourself. And hear it. I thought he did a good job. Can't wait to hear what you thought of it. Jimmy Kimmel's return last night. Cindy says, I had to pinch myself this morning. Still here. Missed the rapture. Well, this is day 2. Day 1 was yesterday. Who knows what's ahead for us today? I didn't really like talking about that yesterday, knowing that Donald Trump was going to be speaking at the United Nations. I had this picture in my head that he was going to stand up and start throwing eggs at people. They'd throw tomatoes back, and then knives would be drawn, and then guns, and all hell would break loose, and then all of a sudden the clouds would open, and there comes the Lord. Here comes the Lord. Settle down, everybody. Settle down. It's time for the rapture. No, that did not happen. It did not happen. KDD 4380, good morning. Over on Twitch, Debbie Netzel is on Facebook. Hi, Debbie Netzel. Good morning. Happy Hump Day. Thanks for chiming in for a quick good morning. It's nice to see you. Good morning to our sun seekers and lurkers. Molly, good morning. How was Rapture Day yesterday? Well, part 1 was a bust. Today is part 2. It was supposed to be September 23rd or 24th. So we'll hold our breath. We will wait. And in the meantime, we will shop. We will we will eat. We will eat bacon. Oh, Sharon. Okay, we're going to get to a good thing because I want to try one of these. I've been holding off to eat more food on the show. Yesterday's good thing. We'll continue to say good morning to our sun seekers as they arrive in chat. And boy, we got a lot of food to get to this morning. It's Tracy Roger missed it. Okay, that's okay. That's all right. You know what? Today is part 2. Trev is here. Trevor Webster on Facebook. Oh, my gosh. Hello. Good to see you, pal. Oh, boy. I can't wait to get your thoughts on these CFL rule changes. Oh, boy. People are not happy about that. Oh, I can't believe the anger. Elbows up. Holy man. After 3 months, my summer of dill has come to an end. Why is that? I'm not sure what that means. The summer of dill. Cheryl is saying good morning and that she is here as well. Did not miss the Rapture bus. We're all still here, except me. The beach bunker is now in heaven. We are coming to you live from heaven, and it's nice here. It's beautiful. I have an endless supply of bacon, as you could see. Ryan Marcus, good morning. Ryan is joining us over on Twitch. Now, as I arrived after the rapture yesterday. The first thing that I saw was this, and that's when you know you're in heaven. Feast your eyes. Sunseeker Sharon had somebody drop these off for me yesterday, and I am in heaven. But I do need the recipe. Oh, they're sticky. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. They're candied a little bit. There's something sweet on them, too. Oh, Sharon. Okay, I need the recipe of this. Oh, pretzels wrapped in crispy bacon, and there's a sweetness to them. This is out of this world insane, you guys. Here, look, I'll share. Oh, my God. Brown sugar, that's what. Oh, my God. Oh, wow. It's sweet. It's salty. Oh, I'm in heaven. I feel bad for the sunseekers left behind. Oh, just brown sugar. That's it. She makes it sound so simple. Where do you get pretzels this long, though? Do you have to, or are these like pretzels? Are they? Because they're super long. Oh my God, Yellow Jacket. Thank you. Oh wow. Bet you didn't think I eat them on the show. No way. Oh my God. I'm not lying. This is one of the best things I've ever tasted, I think, in my life. It's right up there with deep fried cheese curds. Oh. Yeah, I'm making those. But somehow I think I'm not going to make them as good as Sharon. Oh, pretzel sticks. Well, I'm going to AI. I'm gonna make them as good as Sharon. I have something to. I have goals now. I have goals. Oh, but when you make these, here's the one thing I would caution against: don't make too many of these. You thought potato chips were bad, that you're going to reach for one, and then it's like, I think I might have another, and then all of a sudden, the potato chip bag is completely empty, and you're left with crumbs and regret on the floor. You are going to eat all of these. So the more you make, the more you're going to pack away, because this is fantastic. Good job. Thank you, Yellow Jacket. I appreciate it. Thanks for the treats. Oh, that's a way to start the day. So how was your good thing? Well, Cindy said that her anniversary, the kids celebrated an anniversary yesterday, and they were out at Albert's. So was Ron, I believe. And these are the Lovebirds having their anniversary steak with, looks like Yorkshire pudding on top. That is a big, thick steak. Wow. Hi, Borrowed Bean. Good morning. I'm late to the party. You're never late to the party. That, I'm not a big fan of Yorkshire pudding. I actually preferred, that looks really good, though, and thank you for sharing, Cindy. I do appreciate it. Ron, I believe, had something slightly different. He had the prime rib with the baked potato. Oh, he has two potatoes on his. Now, that's a plate picture. That's more. Oh, that's thick too, hey? Oh, he says this is the his half of the Queen's cut of prime rib. Oh, that's the way you gotta start the. That's the way to start the day with the baked potato and steak. Hey, yeah, woo! So yesterday was steak day. Tender and tasty, great Yorkshire with gravy. Oh, he had the Yorkshire too. I'm not a fan. I'll just take the meat. Give me the plate of meat. Okay, I'll take the baked potato too. Veggies are just there for color. Come on, let's be honest. It's just to make the plate pretty. You're there for that That meat, nice and pink, and as long as it's hot, it's so good. Wow. Starting off yesterday's good thing with a little bit of food to start the show. And Tosh was out at the barbecue and would like to add to our meat collection with some ribs. Ribs on the grill yesterday. Very good. Everyone was having meat. It was all about the meats yesterday. All about the meats. Yesterday's good thing. What happened yesterday that was good? Just type in GT. Molly says, GT got back on my bike and off to the skate park and probably unpacking all your stuff from your big trip that you just got back from too. Trev says, everyone struggles with change. Oh, he's talking about the football. So then why don't they shorten the field to 50 yards and keep the 15-yard end zone? Just join the NFL already. Rip the Band-Aid off. Jeez, you guys. Rip the Band-Aid off and get it over with. I'm the only guy that's going to say it. I'm just going to say it. The Green Bay Packers take on the Winnipeg Blue Bombers this Sunday at noon. Just do it. Get it over with. Good God. Then we can all just get on with our lives. Tell me what you really think. We're going to talk ostriches, Jody. Yes, I'm late to the party on this. I rely on the Sunseekers to keep me in the loop on some things. That slipped past the goalie. What is not slipped past me, though, is the Halloween party coming up at Skydancer Casino, just 90 miles south of Brandon in Belcourt, October the 31st. Hairball takes to the stage. They're America's favorite classic rock tribute band. You like AC/DC? How about Kiss, full costume with pyro? Motley Crue. And the list goes on. It is going to be a fantastic night. And what a great night to be in costume. The night, October the 31st. It is going to be one hell of a party. And as well, November the 15th, Tracy Bird will be performing. Skydancer Casino, where the sky's the limit. Visit skydancercasino.com. At the Elkhorn Resort in Clarkson Nordic Spa, don't forget Thursday is tomorrow. That means between 6 and 10 p.m. For just $59, you're going to get a night at the Clarkson Spa, and it's one of those fun nights. They got music playing. You can have the phone out there. It is an 18-plus event, so please bring ID. Also, beverages allowed on the patio. And don't forget, the Comedy Invasion is happening Saturday. That is going to be a fun night of comedy at the Elkhorn Resort. 3 great comedians will be performing. And again, the tickets are just $25 each. You'll be able to take in Scott Porteous. Here they are right here. Here's a shot of them here. Funny people. Scott Porteous, Roland Penner, and Sarah Jane Martin. Tickets are $25. 8 o'clock show. It is an 18-plus show, though. Okay? Plan on being a part of it. elkhornresort.mb.ca. And you've always got time for Tim's, where the Halloween collection is out. And if you hurry over to Tim Hortons, you can probably get your hands on some of the Halloween collection of kitty cat mugs and kitty cat tumblers, and of course the kitty cat Timbit bucket that is on sale now at Tim Hortons. The glow-in-the-dark Halloween cat Timbit bucket holds 31 Timbits, $10.99 plus tax or $4.99 plus tax for just the bucket without the Timbits. They always sell out. Every year they bring in these specialty items. Just as soon as they're here, they're gone. So do act fast. Get them at Tim Hortons in Brandon, Virden, Neepawa, Dauphin, and Moosomin. Meat sweats. It's a meat sweats morning. Meat sweats morning. It's a meat sweat. Yellow Jackets GT had a little visit with 3 of my granddaughters yesterday. That's so fantastic. That's a good thing. Good thing to start the day. Very nice, very nice. Lisa enjoyed an evening of music and singing with Amanda at Music of the Night, a celebration of Andrew Lloyd Webber. That must have been happening over at the WMCA. I think that is the WMCA. All right, girls' night out, checking out. It's the music of the night, the music of the night. Then we went for meat. It was an M day, a music of the night with meat. Ryan's GT found out Jordan Addison suspension has been lifted, so he gets the start for my fantasy football. Also, the wife had a headache last night. Tried the yawn move. Okay, so that yay. Okay, you get the bell first off. I don't like the word tried though. I don't like that. That implies that it didn't work. Yesterday we were helping Ryan out in the love department, helping him put the moves on the missus. Now we want the results. Wife had a headache. I said, you got to just grab her Tylenol, maybe not a Tylenol, an Advil or an aspirin, and then just sit down beside her and then, boom. Bet you it worked out good. I bet you it worked out good. You seem to be in a good mood. You seem to be singing good morning, good morning. Borrowed Bean GT. Our farm got a good day of combining in. Nice. Got to see the Tyler Glen show again. Very nice. Yay. Fantastic. And breaking news. Ryan's instructions based on last night's love is ring the bell. Ring the bell. Okay, that is going to be, you know what you do? This is our secret code. This is going to be the Sunseeker secret code. All you have to do is say ring the bell and then do a wink, like the wink emoji, the bleh emoji. And that's all you have to do. We'll all know. Just type in, just as right, look what you started. Ring the bell and then the emoji. And it's an easy one to do. It's the semicolon with the what is that other thing? The brackets? You know what I'm talking about. Ring the bell. And we'll know. We'll all that's the good morning to you. Yeah, there we go. The bracket. Yeah. Good thing. Yesterday's good thing. That's a good way to end yesterday's good thing. Thank you, Sunseekers. This is awesome. Let's get the day going and see how Jimmy made out last night as we get things rolling on this Hump Day Wednesday. Thank you for being here. Hope your Wednesday is off to a great start. We're going to Mexico this morning. Mexico. For our beach break. And, I always like Cancun. This is a little bit of cloud there this morning, but I could clear off. The Grand Residence Resort in Cancun. I hope your bags are packed. Beach time. Back with more in just a bit. Oh, don't have the windows open. Don't ring the bell. Don't ring the bell with the windows open. Uh-oh, what's going on at the neighbor's place? The windows are open, and it sounds like, something interesting is happening. Something interesting is happening. Oh, man. The Grand Residences, that is a live shot of Cancun this morning. If you've got some friends vacationing in Cancun, say, hey, it's too bad. It's so cloudy there. It's so bad. Too bad, because we've got sunshine here. Too bad, so sad. It is really nice here. Look at this beautiful sunshine. Isn't this awesome? All I can say, Sunseekers, is we deserve it. It's been a kind of a crappy end to the summer season, and our fall has started off on the right foot. Let's just keep this train rolling down the tracks. 5 degrees in the sunshine. It's a little bit chilly with those single digits. In all seriousness, I think we're getting close to the F word, but Environment Canada is saying, no, there's no frost until probably the first part of October, which would be okay. 27 in the sunshine for today, 20 tomorrow, which is a little bit cooler, but 25 heading into the weekend. Temperatures in the mid to upper 20s, so it's going to be a nice week and a nice weekend. Happy Hump Day. One more good thing, leftovers, overtime, good thing from yesterday. Johnny Boy said it was good to be back in my hometown last night. Johnny Boy, Johnny Boy, known as Jonathan Taves. This is significant. Why? Because this is a kid from our home province who, like many, had aspirations to play in the NHL, and like few, actually got to live that dream and won a Stanley Cup with the Chicago Blackhawks, if memory serves me correctly. I know he did play with Chicago. I think they got a cup, didn't they? Anyway, he is from Winnipeg, played in Chicago. He got COVID, and long COVID set him, put him on the bench for a while, and he's making a comeback. And what's awesome is that he's making this comeback in his hometown. And last night was the first night that they had him in the Jets colors. So it was great to see him on the ice. Jets lost to the Oilers, but it was a good thing to see the hometown kid back playing hockey, pro hockey, for the hometown team. That's pretty awesome. And in football, we have the equivalent happening with the Minnesota Vikings right now with our backup quarterback, Carson Wentz, who is from Bismarck. And since North Dakota doesn't have an NFL team, the Vikings de facto are the team of North Dakota. And so he got a start on the weekend, and they won. So some exciting stuff there. Okay, yes, we'll get to the ostriches. Oh, boy, lots of interest in the birds. And I'm going to need your help with this. So get ready and chat, okay? Because I'm missing something on this one. Maybe that's why I haven't really dived into it too much. I must be missing something with this story. Anyway, but first, Jimmy Kimmel came back last night. We'll have the full monologue in hour 2 of the show because it was a scorcher. He pulled no punches. But before he really let it rip, he was rather humble and explained a little bit. He explained what was going on behind the scenes, and I thought he did a good job. I really did. Now, in case you missed it, some of the stations in the United States didn't air the show. I think it's Nexstar and Sinclair are the 2 American networks that still refuse to air the Jimmy Kimmel show. So even though his ratings for last night's show will be fantastic, off the charts, chances are the show will have a difficult time going forward because obviously they need the big audience to keep the big show going. But I digress. We'll have to just see how this all plays out. Maybe these American stations will add him back on after they see that really, to me anyway, based on what I saw, it didn't look like it looked like his heart was in the right place. Anyway, you be the judge. Here's a little bit of last night. We'll have the full thing in hour 2.
From Hollywood, it's Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Jimmy Kimmel's return to late night was emotional.
It was never my intention
to make light of the murder of a young man. I don't think there's anything funny about it. I posted a message on Instagram on the day he was killed, sending love to his family and asking for compassion, and I meant it, and I still do.
He focused much of his monologue on the importance of free speech.
This show is not important. What is important is that we get to live in a country that allows us to have a show like this.
Just before the show aired, President Donald Trump posted, "I can't believe ABC fake news gave Jimmy Kimmel his job back," adding, "I think we're going to test ABC out on this." Trump referred to the multi-million-dollar settlement with the network last year, saying this one sounds more lucrative. Kimmel was taken off the air by ABC parent company Disney after these comments on the killing of Charlie Kirk.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it.
The suspension became a flashpoint over free speech in America, people canceling Disney and Hulu subscriptions.
I hope that Bob Iger and the rest of the executives at Disney have seen this protest and that they've been moved by it.
Disney said it reinstated the show after thoughtful conversations with the star, but that doesn't mean everyone can see it. Two groups, Sinclair and Nexstar, which control about a quarter of ABC affiliates in the U.S., will continue to preempt the show.
Both Sinclair and Nexstar want to get larger. And in order to get consolidation, in order to be able to buy more stations, they need FCC approval.
And the Trump-appointed FCC chair has threatened consequences for networks.
I mean, look, we can do this the easy way or the hard way.
It's under that pressure that Kimmel takes the stage tonight.
Sarah McLachlan.
One of his guests, Canadian superstar Sarah McLachlan, who canceled a performance at the premiere of her Lilith Fair documentary airing on Disney Plus in support of free speech. Lindsay Duncombe, CBC News, Vancouver.
Oh, boy, yes, a Canadian to the rescue. Sarah McLachlan, I think, saved the whole thing. Now, what's going to happen, I said this yesterday, is I think that because the Sinclair and Nexstar stations won't air the show, I think ratings will continue to go down. He was suffering a ratings slump before this. In fact, his ratings were not even as good as the other guy that got canceled, Colbert. Colbert's numbers were actually better than Kimmel's, and Colbert got canceled because of his poor ratings. There's a lot of changes happening in broadcasting in general. I don't know if you've noticed such things, but they're saying late night television is not what it used to be. People's shifts have changed. People's lives have changed. I mean, we saw it with newspapers and radio and television, and everything is online now. Everything is online. That's just the way it is. And traditional broadcasting, doesn't matter what time of the day it is hurting. And these are marquee performers paid a huge sum of cash for what they do. And I saw one report that said last year, Jimmy's bringing in 1.7 million viewers, and this year it'll be around 1 million viewers. And I mean, he's shedding half his audience every year before this all started. Now we have the controversy plus Sinclair and Nexstar not airing his show. I fear that if you are a fan of Jimmy Kimmel, you are best to enjoy his show, enjoy his company while you can, because I don't know how much longer the show is going to be around, quite honestly. And who's going to get blamed for it is this whole fiasco where, quite honestly, I think that it plays a part in it, but it's not the whole story. There was some downward pressure before this shit hit the proverbial fan, if you know what I mean. So what did you think? Did you see Jimmy last night? Thoughts on Jimmy? How did it go? Did you feel he did a good job? I thought he did a good job. When he teared up and said that he did not want to make fun of the death of Charlie Kirk, I took that verbatim. He seemed genuine. It seemed real to me. And if I had one wish, I wish that we could just kind of move on from this. I know we won't. People are still saying they shouldn't have fired Jimmy Kimmel. They shouldn't have canceled the show, and they brought him back. He was on suspension. It happens all the time in broadcasting. You say something bad or you offend somebody. I mean, it's called code of conduct. It does happen. He's okay. He's back on the job. There'll be another show tonight. Molly says, I loved listening to him last night. Thought he did a good job. Hi, Angela, over on Facebook. Christina says it was epic. He roasted him again and again and again. While we didn't hear the whole monologue, I'll have it for you to start hour 2. That's for VIPs only on Twitch, twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show. We'll watch it together from start to finish. Jimmy last night in his comeback. And so if you didn't catch it, we'll have it in hour 2 of the show. Sherry said it was awesome. Yes, great to see him back. Tom Wenham over on Facebook. Hey, Tom, I think he did a great job. Molly says they shouldn't be allowed to just pull people off because I don't agree with that. Well, and it's a little bit more complicated than that because it's code of conduct rules. And we talked about how, and Molly might not be familiar with Don Cherry, but that was certainly the case with a sports commentator, incredibly popular in Canada. He was taken off the air and fired. Jimmy was suspended. Don Cherry was fired. You're here today. You're gone tomorrow. Goodbye. And this guy was popular. And it's one of those things where they're privately held companies and they call the shots. Ultimately, these privately held companies call the shots. And they'll do what's in the best interest of the bottom line. If there's a lot of pressure on the bottom line, they'll bring somebody back. If, someone like Don Cherry is let go and they feel that they can withstand the storm, and there was a storm, then they shrug and just move on. Trevor says he's terrible. He's not funny. Literally tens of people will enjoy the fact that he's back. I'm sure that we'll see him at Red Lobster sometime soon. Ooh. I find him entertaining. I don't know if I'd say he's funny, but then again, I don't find any of the late night talk show guys funny. That's just my sense of humor, but I find them entertaining. I think Jimmy is one of my favorite ones out of all of them. I really don't like Colbert. Too much politics on his show, and it's too much political stuff for me. Jimmy, I think a lot of them have kind of wandered into that whole political realm, and sometimes it can be funny when you're parroting, like we had on the Daily Show, Jon Stewart, when they did their bit, that was funny. This is a Trump-approved show today, and that was sarcasm is so awesome. Parody is so awesome. I worry about Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Live used to have their season premiere around Labor Day. Then it moved to the middle of September, which kind of pissed me off a little bit. I'm like, hey, the kids are back at school. SNL is back. Then they moved it towards the end of September. Now, for the first time, I believe, it's in October. What are you going to have, 2 shows and then the Christmas break? It's getting too expensive to produce the show. And again, I revert back to my earlier comments. Broadcast television is just not what it used to be. And SNL was one of my, that's near and dear to my heart. I've watched that since I was little. It is such a great show. The headwinds of broadcasting combined with the crap going on in the world about free speech, this could be it for SNL too. Could be SNL too. Molly says Colbert didn't get his show back, and he should get it back, I feel. Yeah, his ratings, well, both of their ratings are not all that great. And Roseanne lost her show over a tweet. It wasn't even part of the show. I was kind of disappointed in that. I'm a fan of Roseanne. I think she's funny. She was able to tap into something kind of very homey. I don't agree with everything Roseanne says. I'm not her best friend, anything like that. But when they canceled Roseanne and turned it into the Connors, I was a little disappointed. Here is her reaction from the show yesterday.
Back on tonight.
Well, I guess he got a 6-day suspension.
Just like when Whoopi Goldberg came out with her disgusting comments on the Holocaust, she got a 2-week suspension. It just shows how they think. I got my whole life ruined, my no forgiveness, and all of my work stolen, and called a racist for time and eternity. For racially misgendering someone, and so it just shows how they think. It's a double standard, so whatever. Jimmy purposely lied, and that's for you get your hand slapped for 6 days for that.
Do you think there's anything Jimmy could do tonight? Should he apologize? Like, is there anything he could do, you think, that could, make you happy, make people sort of forgive him?
Well, I think he'll cheer himself on, and his fans, 2,000 of them, they'll feel heartened and, like they won another battle against Trump and the people of the United States. So it'll be a big celebration. Oh, he's back, and he'll double down. That's what they do. They'll see it as a victory.
I remember when you were canceled, I think Jimmy Kimmel first put out kind of like a negative tweet saying
Well, he called me a racist. And even though I said repeatedly, which they repeatedly censored, that it was a mistake. I thought that the woman was a white woman from Iran, which, I forget their racist separation of people and their categories, their racist categories that they put everybody into. But for some reason, he called me a racist. And, even though he himself had appeared in blackface on their network many times, but along with his girlfriend, Sarah Silverman, wearing blackface too, and Joy Behar too. But anyway, they understand racism in a way different way than I do, I suppose, as the left understands everything in a way different way than myself and 80 million voters. But, they are the arbiters of taste, of course.
Interesting. I don't blame her for being bitter. It seems like she did not get a chance to come back after her mistake again happening in the social media realm. As I remembered, she was quick to admit that she had made a mistake and apologize. It was not enough for ABC executives, and they took her off the show with her own name on it. Rose, that's Molly goes, who is that? Wow, you're young. That is are you familiar with the TV show The Connors on ABC? Before The Connors, this show was legendary. Roseanne was one of the top sitcoms on television. And it had a resurgence a second time around, and incredibly popular show. She had a huge following. And obviously writing was a big part of the show, because the show did carry on without her. They removed her from the show. It went from Roseanne to The Connors. And The Connors carried on, and I think it's all wrapped up now. I watched a bit of The Connors. It was okay. Not the same as when Roseanne was on it, but they just took her out, and I thought, when it happened, I thought to myself, oh my God, this show's never going to work. Roseanne is the star. I think the writers didn't get the credit that they deserved, because they kept the show going. But I guess the point I'm trying to make is that, it's not a one-size-fits-all. I know we like to live in that world where everyone is treated the same. That's bullshit. No, people aren't treated the same. No situation is the same. Everything is different. That being said, there's some similarities here. And I can understand why Roseanne is still bitter and will be for quite some time. Cindy loved Roseanne. It was a very popular show. She was really kind of the mainstream middle America struggling family. Lot to identify with on the Roseanne show. Althea says, I'm thinking his ratings just went up talking about Kimmel now. Certainly for that show last night. I bet you it was a gangbuster last night. Huge ratings. Now we'll see what happens afterwards. Brad says, no, I don't watch left-wing extremists that lie. Wow. It's... Whew. The language that we use on our social media. Ivan says Jimmy Kimmel is garbage. Oh, my God. I don't know about that. You know, tell me your strong opinions without telling me your strong... Yellow Jacket says, I believe Johnny Carson says that if you bring serious issues into comedy, it's a dangerous thing. Cindy said that when Roseanne left the show, she watched the Connors a little bit, didn't care for it. I do miss Roseanne. I have no idea why one of the streaming channels wouldn't give her a show. I think that Hollywood, they kicked her out of the club. You know what I mean? I don't know where you work. I don't know what you do, but every industry has a club. Are you a realtor? Are you part of the club? Are you part of maybe you're a plumber or something like that? Well, there's a plumbing club, believe it or not. They discuss everything from how to position your pants properly so that the crack doesn't show too. Anyway, what I'm saying is that all industries have a club. Tracy loved watching Roseanne. Boral Bean says, I love all kinds of comedy, but I find too many people take it seriously. It's getting harder and harder to be funny. I have a terrible sense of humor. Some people get it, some people don't. And then what's worse is people who don't take part in this show or don't know me from my 30 years of broadcasting, all crack a joke. I get DMs. It's getting tiring. I'll crack a joke, and then people start attacking me. Thankfully, it's not on my page most times. It's a DM. Hey, didn't really care for your comment on that. I try to explain myself. They come back at me. And then I'm thinking to myself, what is this? I don't owe you an explanation. This is bullshit. But you can't even crack a joke. You can't. And what makes it worse is we're kind of in this heightened state because, some people are really weaponizing communication right now. It's pretty intense. And we will see that with the ostriches, I'm sure. Because there's cops. They're calling the cops the Gestapo. There's cute birds involved. Big Bird's. Why? We need Big Bird to show up. That'll stop all this stuff, I'm sure. Because everybody loves Big Bird. What is happening with the ostriches? We're going to check into that in just a second. First, our friends at Auto Fashion. If you're just too busy to get that car all cleaned up, the snow is coming, and you want to make sure that you've got a nice, clean car for fall. You've got the souvenirs of all the garbage wrappers from summer, all that gravel, all the trips to the beach. Get them out of there. Auto Fashion will take care of it for you. They are Westman's best when it comes to detailing, paintless dent repair. They, of course, take care of hail damage and more. Visit autofashion.ca, or better yet, visit them at 255 17th Street North, just behind Lee's Buffet, and Best West Pet Foods. Your car deserves the best. At Headley's Health Hut, tomorrow is the day one of 2 days of incredible mayhem. It's the anniversary party at Headley's Health Hut. Over $10,000 in prizes over 2 days, including tickets and parking to this year's Grey Cup in Winnipeg, a Vitamix, Blackstone Grill, Keurig, Air Fryer, Russell Peters tickets, Clarisol Spa Package, and more. 100 goodie bags valued at $300 plus each for the first 50 each day to spend $100 or more. And that's not all. There's demos, there's free samples, there's free delivery. There is freebies. There's up to 50% off throughout the store. I'm going to be there tomorrow from 2 till 3, and I hope that you can stop by sometime tomorrow or Friday as well. Keep in mind, they are closing early tonight. I believe it's 5 o'clock to get ready for the sale, so that's not something that they normally do, but it's just too huge. And then they'll open the doors tomorrow, give away those gift bags, and it's going to be mayhem at Hadley's Health Hut, 1314 Richmond Avenue in Brandon. Okay, so who's going to tell me about these ostriches? As I understand it, somebody found out that ostriches in BC on an ostrich farm got avian flu. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency said these ostriches have to be culled. They have to take care of them all. They have to take them out back so that they don't infect things like chickens and stuff, which makes sense because, I mean, didn't we have to do that when there was mad cow disease? And there was like a cow that got mad and was foaming at the mouth, and because it's a sick cow, and you don't want the other cows to get sick, so that cow that's sick has to get put down. I understand that. I grasp that. So where am I losing? That seems reasonable to me. I know they're cute. I'm missing something in the story here. Is this social media that has taken something and completely turned it into something it's not? I feel like I'm missing something. I want to be upset. I want to get into it. I'm thinking this is just standard operating procedure, because if all our chickens get the flu, do you know how much we're going to be paying for chicken? I ain't paying $50 a pound for a chicken breast. That ain't going to happen. So then buy ostriches. That's how it has to go. Derek says, a year ago, 2 died, and they suspected avian flu. However, after a year, none have displayed any symptoms. All are healthy. Okay. Then I'm a little confused. Why did it take so long? Why is this taking so long? What is happening here? Officials with the Canadian Food Inspection Agency are preparing to cull 400 ostriches on a BC farm following an outbreak, first detected in the herd last December. So is this a case of the storm clouds have passed? We are attempting to clean up a mess that has already been cleaned up? What the heck is going on?
An emotional reunion after 2 people who run the Universal Ostrich Farm were arrested for refusing to leave the ostrich pen and then released.
The only reason we were staying in there was not to obstruct. It was just to humanely continue to give these animals routine.
The Canadian Food Inspection Agency is taking control of the property and preparing to cull the animals with support from a heavy RCMP presence. Those trying to prevent the slaughter of the ostriches say the families who run the farm are being mistreated.
And they can't sleep. They're stressed. It's disgusting. It's like domestic terrorism from the government to the public, to the citizens. They are being terrorized.
Are you going to tell your kids I was on the wrong side of history?
Some protesters are focusing their anger on police and also the media covering what's unfolding.
Shame! Shame! Shame!
There's a lot of passion here.
The farm is running out of time in its 9-month fight to save the birds after an avian flu outbreak last December. The CFIA says the ostriches could still spread a unique and more lethal strain of the virus. The farm insists the birds are healthy and their antibodies should be studied.
We've been trying for 9 months of clear communication of that these animals are healthy. Can we test them? That is it. Can we test them for virus? And that's been denied.
The CFIA is not.
Okay, so that's the part I'm missing, is that they won't test them. Have they explained why? I think that's reasonable. I was thinking that as that's running. I'm thinking, just test the birds. Can we? Well, it might cost a lot of money. How much do you think these cops cost? But boy, if you want to get people riled up, introduce a cute animal onto social media, and away we go. People show up there. We want to fight. That is, you know what? We don't want cheeseburgers anymore. We don't want sunny vacations. We want to fight. We want to fight. Let's get in. A fight makes us feel alive. Test the birds. Can we move on with life? I got some Jimmy Kimmel to watch. Jeez. Oh, can't talk about that. What are your thoughts? Are you following it? Am I missing something? It's quite possible I am. We will revisit this in hour 2, as well as the full Jimmy Kimmel monologue coming up in hour 2, because we got to move over to Twitch. It's a VIP hour, so if you're a VIP, come on over. Door is open. Rapture Day 2, thank you for being here, X. Thank you so much. Have a great day. We'll see you for a Thirsty Thursday tomorrow. You can watch through TylerGlenShow.com. Otherwise, come and join us on Twitch. That goes for you too, YouTube. Thank you so much for being here. Off to the Twitch channel now, twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show. And Facebook friends, you too.